Okay, today I'm going to show you how to feed these cats. They're nothing special, but how I do it is based off of what they feel like. So this one's Yuki, and you can feel his belly, okay? If you feel like there isn't too much in there, you give him a little bit more. If you feel like it's a little tight, like Shoyu over here, then you give him a little bit less. Shoyu has a bit of a slower metabolism, so just something to keep in mind. He can get a little bit less than what Yuki gets. If you're feeling lazy, you can just go ahead and get one of these cans, split it in half, put it into these bowls. Don't put it into the plastic ones. We're not going to waste paper. And then just a third cup of the kibble. But what we're going to do here, instead what we're going to do here is I have a little mixed blend. There's a little bit left in here. So this one here is just pureed meats that I've made myself with some cucumbers, chicken heart, and chicken necks. I don't think there's any necks in here. But you're looking in terms of volume to be about this much, and I ration them out half and half. So after pouring a little bit of water in there, just to make sure that we get some good heat on there whenever it's in the microwave, we're gonna cover it with a napkin, one single napkin. And then you're gonna put it in the microwave for about 35 seconds. Okay, so now that that's done, always feel it with your finger for temperature. Oh yeah, that's hot, that's warm. And once they smell that from coming from the microwave, they're already crying about the food. So here's a big chunk. What we gotta do is just take scissors and just cut this little piece, cut this into smaller pieces. Now there's some smaller pieces. All you're gonna do is scoop half of it, eyeball about half of it, and it's probably even better if you just split it in a bowl like this first. So each one of them get a equal amount, maybe a little bit more for Yuki. And that's for show you. I'm gonna scoop it from this plate to this plate. Just do it carefully so you don't spill anything in between here and have to wipe the table. So it look like this. Now inside this bowl there are entire pieces of chicken neck, like where they're this thick. You're gonna do the same exact process, maybe just have instead of that chunk of meat just that one neck, and they'll each get a piece of the neck. So you can either cut that neck piece in half or just give them each one if they're really hungry, but don't do it more than, once a day. So even here now I'm getting to the point where I think it's even too much volume for how much I think they need. They're gonna be peeing a lot after this meal. So I'm just gonna take the leftover water here, and that will be for next time's meal. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna put some crunchies on there with just a little bit of this kibble, because why not? Take the cup, and you don't do the whole thing, it's a lot. This is really just kind of just for texture. Boom, boom, just barely sprinkled. Hey, 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 hey! You see, and you gotta be careful because these guys, they're quick. I'm gonna give it to Shoyu here, and Shoyu, as you can see, will immediately, oh, I guess not. In time here, he's gonna get a little greedy. So what's gonna happen is, you're gonna have to put Yuki's in here so they don't fight while they're eating. There it is, see? Once he's gonna want to start getting greedy. It's okay, Yuki, come here, baby, you have your own. Put him in here. He has his own. Close this off and lock it this way so that it can open up. He knows how to jump out, so just leave it in there. And when he's done eating, he'll jump out. Okay? This has to happen twice a day. Once around anywhere between 6 and 10 a.m. and then again at 6 to 10 p.m. But again, some days you don't need this much food. Some days you do. So it's all about feel. I can't give you exact rations, so you gotta pick them up and feel them for yourself. Okay? You'll feel it with Shoyu. He has a much, see right now it's kind of empty. He's a hungry boy right now. The other days his belly feels super tight, so don't give him too much food. He doesn't know his limits. Okay? That's it. That's how you feed these cats. Please don't mess it up. Oh, and I almost forgot. Please do not leave this open. Close it, seal it back up. Close it. Make sure the door is closed. And make sure all the stuff is clean too. Okay, it's literally just 2 plates. This won't be here. It'll just be the 2 plates and the 1 spoon to separate the meal. But again, if you're lazy, all you gotta do is instead of the meats, just give them half of this with some crunchies on top. Okay? Thanks. Oh, and also don't forget to fill their water bowl. They don't fill it up too much because otherwise they start playing with it and it turns into a mess. So don't fill it all the way up. Just give them a little bit of water. This is dirty. Put it in there. Give it a quick rinse. And rinse. There. Now a little more than that. And there. Alright, that's all they need. Don't give them any more. They will splash water and it'll be a mess. Oh yeah, and when it comes to the potty training, this is the litter box. It is capable of being flushed. Here I have them getting potty trained. Only Shoyu really uses it, but this is where they're currently pooping. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go digging, and don't do it on here. Somewhere secure. But the urine here will clump up like this, so you don't want to scoop it up because I've learned that you won't pick up all of it. You just want to, you can see here right where I broke it. Boom, the separation. You want it to separate. You're gonna grab that clump, give it a nice shake. And there you go. We just found an ounce of gold. Flush down the toilet. Boom. Right, dig around, see if there's anything in there. If there isn't, looks good. Give it a nice even, like so. Put this back over here. And refill a little bit of the litter box that was taken out. Okay, I'm only holding it with one phone because you just fill it with this. Take out about how much was taken out. And then again, make sure you close this in there, tucked away, like so, and flush. Sometimes Yuki will pee right here. It smells. Give it a quick rinse. It's best to do this with the door closed so they're not running in here because they're very curious. Give it a quick rinse. It'll go away. And if it gets really dirty on the floors, you can just sweep up some of the kitty litter and just throw it back either in here or into the toilet entirely with a duster. So this one doesn't take very long, but just make sure this place stays clean. Otherwise, they will start peeing and pooping elsewhere in the house. Okay, and one more thing. I keep South Park on a loop because there's like 16, 20, 30,000 seasons of this episode. And it can run in a loop forever. So just have that on in the background. It doesn't need to be on, but I do, if you're not going to be seeing them for a while, just make sure that, there he goes, jumping out of the litter, that they have some sound and stimulus because the house can be a little quiet if you're not going to be here. So you just have that on in the background. You still hungry? You still hungry? Make sure that you don't overfeed them, okay? Okay, so just to recap. The feeding is based off of feel. The container for the meal thing is in here, right there. This should be sufficient. Again, some days you don't have to use that. You can just use the can. The can's gonna be right there. We got plenty, okay? This is just if it's easier. It's just that the fridge one, Yuki won't eat it if it's cold. He's really picky about it. So, okay, just to summarize, because this video I think is getting too long. The feeding is off of feel. Once in the morning, once at night. Don't overfeed them. It's okay. They're cats. They're resilient. They're not going to die, and it's actually healthier for them to be in a fasted state than to be always full. That's where cat obesity comes from, right? Number 2, stimulus. Just make sure that you got some show. If you want to watch a movie, by all means. I got Netflix, Peacock, Disney Plus, the whole nine, whatever you want to watch. But just have something running in the background that will continue playing if you're not going to be here through the night. That way they have some type of stimulus because the house can't get quiet. Lastly, the restroom, you have to check on this every single day, okay? When you guys come to feed them, make sure that you guys are checking this. It can't get messy and dirty in here. It has to stay clean, otherwise they will go other places, okay? So just make sure that this stays in order. This looks kind of dirty right now. We'll wash all this off in a second. But the toilet in here, I have not had an issue with this, and I haven't had an incident in over 3 months, okay? So guys, just, we can do this, okay? Clean toilet, poop and pee, stimulus, and then food, okay? Also make sure that there's no food left out, door is closed, nothing is left out, and that the doors are locked whenever you leave. Yuki's been watching me lock the door in and out every time I leave, so I think he's onto it. When he gets big enough, he may escape, or at least try to. We don't want this to happen, okay? All right, I think that's it. Oh, also, don't forget to clean what's in here. I haven't had any bug problems like cockroaches or anything since they've been here. They're pretty good about it, but they will jump on this table if they're not here, and they'll just make a mess of everything. I've seen this sponge over here soaked with shampoo, with soap, dishwashing soap, not shampoo, somewhere all over the floor. So, I mean, just make sure this is clean. You don't want anything broken. Okay. That's it. One more thing. So if you see that they ever throw up or anything right here, you can give them one of these two products. You can give them a little bit of this. It's the immune support. It's for making sure that they have healthy... I thought this was actually for hairballs, but you can give them one of these. Yuki doesn't really like them. Show you will eat anything, but you can give them a little bit of this. If you only notice that they're like vomiting or they're starting to... type of like gagging. So I don't think you guys need to, but if you guys do, this is here too, okay? All right.